Welcome to microbiology. My name is Dr. Stansel and I will be your instructor for this online course. What I want to do in this video is first off introduce myself and let you know that I'm here to help you succeed in the course this semester. So if you have any questions at all starting out or throughout the semester, definitely send them my way so that I can help you do the very best that you can. Also in this video, I want to go through some of the major course policies and show you around the Moodle website so that you know exactly what to expect this semester, you know where to find your course resources, and where to complete your assignments at. We want to start off the semester with just every expectation of good performance, passing this course, and the best way to do that is to be aware of what's out there. So starting off, again, this is what it's going to look like in Moodle when you first log into Moodle. This is the instructor view, so it's slightly different from what you're going to see, but for the most part, it is the same. You're going to see an introduction section when you first log in. This introduction section is welcoming you. I'm glad you've chosen to take this course. But one of the things that I want to point out to you right now is that my email address is located right there. Like I said, I am available to help you. You can email me at any time throughout the semester when you do have questions or concerns, and I will respond to you as quickly as I possibly can. When you do email me, I ask that you include your first and last name, and then you also include the course that you're emailing about, and that's going to help me out a lot as far as being able to get back to you very quickly. Now, if we scroll down just a little bit further on the page, you'll see a link for the syllabus. So here's a look at the course syllabus. The syllabus has a lot of important information in it, and I'm not going to go through every last little detail about the syllabus. I'll let you read that on your own. But one thing about this course is that this is a lecture lab course. So the lecture and lab are combined, and you will get a combined grade for both of those. So be prepared to complete lecture assignments and then also to be completing lab assignments each week of the course. Now, if we go to the next page of the syllabus, I want to spend a little time just pointing out that up here at the very top of the syllabus is all of my contact information. Like I said, my name is Dr. Stansel. The contact information is there. My email is there. That is the best way to contact me. Send me an email anytime that you have a question, concern about the course. We want to make sure that everybody is able to complete everything that they need to do for this course. Now, also on the syllabus, what I want to scroll down to is the section on grades, because grades are usually one of the most important things to a student at the beginning of the semester. They want to know, how am I going to be graded for this course? So here we have it in front of you. Like I said, it's a combined course. The lecture is going to be 66% of your overall course grade. And this lecture course is going to have some exams that you're going to be taking in Moodle. There are going to be some writing assignments that you complete throughout the course. Those are also in Moodle. You'll have some quizzes, and you'll also have some weekly assignments that you're completing. At the very end of the semester, we'll have a cumulative final, which means that it's going to cover all of the content that we've covered this semester. There is a portion of that that has to be taken at a testing center, so that's a proctored portion. But other than that last final exam, you don't have to go to any TSTC location to complete coursework. That's the lecture. The lab is 34% of your overall grade, and the lab is going to be completed online. We will have a separate website that we go to that we're going to be completing lab work in, and there'll be weekly lab activities that you complete there, and then there's also going to be some lab exams that you complete there. So at the end of the semester, you will have a total percent. I will make sure that that grade is always visible in Moodle. And that percent corresponds to a certain letter grade. And you can see the letter grades here on the syllabus. This is the standard college breakdown of grades. Now, if we just go a little bit further down here, it talks a little bit about deadlines. Deadlines for this course are going to be very firm. So with all of the assignments that are available to you, you have a number of days to work on them. There is nothing that opens up and is due the very same day. So plan ahead, work ahead earlier in the week. If you know that you do tend to get backed up towards the end of the week, that will help to make sure that you're not going to miss any deadlines. Lab material is generally due on Thursday night, and that would be Thursday night at 11:55 p.m. And then lecture material is going to be due on Friday night at 11:55 p.m. There is a schedule at the end of the syllabus that kind of points all of that out very specifically when everything's due, but just keep in mind that 11:55 p.m. is going to be our deadlines on the days that are posted. There is no extra credit in this course. All of the assignments are already determined. They're on the schedule. And so that's one reason why we want to make sure that we keep up with everything. One of the most important things to get a good grade in a course is to make sure that we submit all of the assignments and that we're getting things in and keeping up with the deadlines. So if we can do that, you're going to be in good shape for this course. Now, it is an online course, so it's expected that you're going to have sufficient internet access, you're going to have access to a computer, you're going to be able to complete the assignments as they are designed. If you have any questions, problems along the way, definitely let me know. We do have a lot of technical resources available to help you if you are just having some little glitches with your computer. So reach out if there's a problem there, and always starting early in the week is going to help with that, help you make sure that you're not missing anything that needs to be done. Now, if we just go down a little bit more, the materials that are required for this class, we have a textbook that you'll want to get a hold of. You can see that textbook listed here. With the textbook, they do sell an online access code that goes along with it where you can get access to a homework system. That is not required for this course, but it is a good study resource. So if it is something that you want to purchase, definitely make sure that you use it. You wouldn't want to purchase something and not use it. But again, that's not a required thing. You just have to have access to the actual textbook so that you can read as we go through the course. That's for the lecture portion. And then for the lab, we have a separate lab site that we're going to be going to. And so this will be what we call McGraw-Hill Connect. It's called Learn Smart Labs. And there is a fee for that resource. You have to buy an access code so that you can log into it. And so that information is located right here. So make sure that you purchase access to the lab site. Since the lab is 34% of your grade, you definitely have to have access to that. There is an initial 30-day trial if it's going to take you just a little bit of time to pay for that lab access. But if you do sign up for the trial, which is perfectly fine, just make absolute certain that you are going to be able to pay for that when it does expire, because there won't be an extension of deadlines if it gets to the end of the trial period and you still can't purchase access. So just one last thing on the syllabus I want to point out here is scrolling to the end, the very last page. This is our course schedule. I think it's very important to print this last page of the syllabus if you don't print anything else. You want to read through the rest of the syllabus to make sure you're familiar with everything, but this page you need to print. You need to print this, you need to hang it somewhere that you're going to be seeing it often. So if that's hang it on the refrigerator, if that's hanging it on a bulletin board somewhere, let's do that so we don't miss anything. It's a weekly schedule. We have 15 weeks in this semester, and each week, again, we have lab activities and we have lecture activities. You can see those here. Lab stuff is going to be due on Thursday nights at 11:55, and then the lecture stuff is going to be due on Friday nights at 11:55. And then the next week is going to open up on Saturday morning. So you can start on the weekend before the week if you want, just to get an early start if you know it's going to be a really busy week. But technically, class runs Monday through Friday, and you're not expected to do anything on the weekend unless you're just trying to get a little bit ahead. At the very end of the syllabus or the schedule here, you can see that we do have that final exam, and that is going to be a proctored exam. What that means is that for that last exam, there is a portion that you have to go to a testing center. We have a lot of TSTC testing centers that are fine for that, and you can use those. That's recommended, but there are some other possibilities of you taking the test at other locations, colleges that will proctor it for you if needed. But I wanted to point that out because that is the one time when you will have to go to a TSTC campus to complete something for the course. The rest of the semester can be done at home as long as you have the internet access and technical resources that you need. Okay, so that's a look at the syllabus. Take some time to go through it in detail on your own just to help you familiarize yourself. Back to the Moodle site, if we just scroll down a little bit, here's a look at this orientation video. I'm going to update it with this one that I'm recording right now, but that's where you would find it in the website. And then we have a couple forums here. These, the first one, the general Q&A forum, this is just a forum that you can go to that you can ask any questions that you want to ask. You can always email me with questions. You can also post them here on this forum. This would be for questions about the content, general course policies, things like that. If it is something of a personal nature, like your specific grade, or you are ill and you are having some issues, definitely send that to me by email. We don't want to post that publicly here. But do use it for things that you don't mind other people in the course reading and learning from also. Underneath that, we have an announcement forum. I'm going to be posting weekly announcements for you. Every Monday morning, I'll try to give you just a heads up. This is what we're going to be talking about this week, and these are what your upcoming deadlines for the week are. So be looking out for that. I think it will email directly to you as well to just, again, help you know what's going on for the week so that we don't get behind. Underneath that, we've got a link for the syllabus. You can access it there. We've got a link for the lab registration. So that would be to just have all the information that you need to get into the lab site. I encourage you to register for the lab site as soon as you get into the course. And then we also, in the middle here, this Mastering Microbiology Access, that would be the extra optional access to the study materials that go along with the textbook if you would like to purchase that. Again, that is optional. The rest of this is just some study tips, things to be successful in the course this semester. The most important thing that I would say you need to do this semester is just pace yourself. It is an excellent idea for an online course to set aside specific times during the week when you intend to work on the course material. It's easy to get behind when the schedule is flexible, when it's online, but go ahead and pick some times. So 2 or 3 nights each week, and the times, you know, if you're going to work on it from 7 to 10 or whatever the time is, set aside that time that you will be spending on this material. And I think that will help you to keep up with the assignments that we do have. Now, if we go up to the very top and we talk about the content that we have each week and what to expect there, you can see there's links for each week of the course up here at the top. Again, they're not all going to be available to you at the very beginning of the semester. They're going to open up when we get to that week. But if we just click on the first one so you know what to expect here, what you're going to see each week is at the very top, it's going to give you, this is what we have due this week, so that you know exactly what you need to do. This first week, we're going to have a lab activity. That is in the Lab Connect site. So that's where you need to go and get that access, pay for that access, or use the trial initially. And that lab safety activity is extremely important because, as you can see, that's going to be your show, no-show activity for the course. So as soon as you can get that done, the better, because that way I can get that show, no-show updated for you so that you can get your financial aid. You can also see that there is a Moodle assignment that is going to be due on Friday night. That's kind of your homework assignment, and you'll have one of those pretty much every week of the course. If we scroll down, it'll tell you a little bit more about what to expect in the course. But then getting started, each week you have textbook readings that you need to do. And then there's going to be some videos here that are basically your lectures for the week. So these are YouTube videos, really, which means that you can watch them on any device pretty much. So that means that you could watch these on a phone if you wanted to, or a tablet, computer, TV, whatever works for you, you can watch them there. Notice that they are a playlist, and what I mean by playlist is if you scroll down, you click right up here at the top, you can see there's a couple videos there. So you watch the first one, then watch the second one. I strongly encourage you to take written notes while you're watching these, so similar to the way you might if you were actually sitting in a lecture classroom. So you'll have that for each chapter that we go through. There are some slides that you can print out. Those are located below those. You might, if it's your thing, you might want to print out those slides prior to watching the video, and that way you can take notes on top of them as you do watch the video. And then you've got, for some of the chapters, you've got just some extra kind of study guide information. Make sure you pay attention to these key points in this chapter. Then it tells you, okay, go make sure you do the lab activity. And then here's your homework assignment at the end here. So the homework assignment that you complete in Moodle, it's going to have questions that you answer, you actually type in. Some of them will be multiple choice, but most of the questions are going to be open-ended ones that you want to type in the answer to them. When you do that, make sure that you are detailed enough in your answers. Many of the answers, you'll have a sentence or two, maybe 3 or 4 sentences that you're actually using to answer it. make sure we're using proper grammar, we're using complete sentences for those things that we're answering. And it's never a problem for you to put too much information there, but if you're really just putting superficial, short, tiny answers that don't really cover everything, then you probably won't get full credit for them. These weekly assignments, they are homework, so they aren't timed. That means that you can open them up on Monday, you can work on them a little bit, you can save it, you can come back later in the week, work on a little bit more. You don't have to complete it all in an hour or 2 hours. You can just, work your way through it, pace yourself, and then when you do finish it, needs to be finished by Friday night at 11:55. But when you do get that completed, you'll want to hit submit, and that way I can grade it. So that's the basic layout for each week. The next week, the following week up here will be available for you to click on, but really starting Monday of the week, it should show up here when you log into Moodle. It should be right there in front of you. The deadlines should be there so that you can see them, you know what to expect. And like I said, I'm here to help you this semester. So as you go through the material, if you have any questions at all along the way, definitely reach out, send me an email, and I will get back to you as quickly as I possibly can with that. I'm looking forward to a great semester. I'd love to see everyone succeed in the course this semester. So if there's any way that I can help you along the way, definitely let me know.